Hello, LTV viewers and friends, and welcome to the June 6th, 2025 edition of East End News on LTV. This is your community and your news. I'm Christine Sampson. How's it going over at the newly opened East Hampton Emergency Department on Pantigo Place? Officials from Stony Brook Southampton Hospital told the East Hampton Town Board this week that the facility is seeing about 40 patients per day so far. Correspondent Dara Berger has more on this story.
It's official. East Hampton is finally home to its very own emergency department, an imaging center that has been years in the planning.
I am very excited for the community and very appreciative of Stony Brook Southampton and all that they do for our community. This is going to benefit not only our public but our first responders and the entire South Fork as a whole.
Up until now, the only emergency room on the South Fork was in Southampton. This could easily pose a problem for someone suffering from a life-threatening condition and in need of immediate care.
So excited about it. It's really going to help our first responders and their turnaround times, ambulance crews, our local heroes. It's going to provide health services for our community, in our community, and alleviate some of those scary commutes to the hospital in the summertime particularly, where it could take an hour or more to get emergency care.
Besides providing critical care for emergencies, there is also a state-of-the-art imaging center where people can make appointments and go for x-rays and other types of imaging.
We are committed to continuing to raise funds for this facility. Not only this facility, but the folks who will come here who will not have insurance. We have a significant percentage on East and Long Island of people who will show up with emergent conditions who need care.
Dara Berger reporting in East Hampton for LTV East End News.
The East Hampton Village Board hasn't raised taxes since 2021, but that may not be the case this year. A preliminary budget report shows there may be a 1.28% increase for taxpayers in the near future. 27 East reporter Jack Motes has reported that the village budget proposal is just over $30 million and includes pay increases of 3% for all village employees. One of these potential raises is for Mayor Jerry Larson, who currently makes $26,000. The proposal would bump that up to $50,000 in recognition of the time commitment it takes to be the mayor. Raises are also proposed for Deputy Mayor Chris Minardi and the other 3 Village Board trustees. Marcos Baladron, East Hampton Village Administrator, called this year's proposed tax increase modest. He told 27 East that, quote, everything's getting more and more expensive. The budget is impacted by the upcoming change in the way police dispatching is handled. 2 fire districts that had relied on the village to provide this service have now opted into the East Hampton Town dispatch, meaning $430,000 less in revenue for the village. There will be a public hearing on this budget plan on June 18th at 11 a.m. for village residents to weigh in. You can check 27east.com for more details on this story. Suffolk County is warning residents, stay away from that toxic blue-green algae. Stony Brook University scientists have identified new toxic algal blooms in Wainscott Pond and Lake Agawam in Southampton Village. It's not the first time these 2 bodies of water have been impacted. While small amounts of blue-green algae are found naturally, scientists also say these blooms are indicative of larger issues, such as excess nutrients and toxic pollutants in surface waters and higher than average water temperatures as a result of climate change. If you see scummy-looking blooms in shades of green, blue-green, yellow, brown, or red, stay away. This applies to both humans and pets. If you come in contact with the water there, Suffolk's Health Department advises immediately rinsing off in clean water and seeking medical attention if symptoms of sickness develop. These can include nausea, vomiting, skin or eye irritation, breathing difficulties, and allergic reactions. Anyone concerned about the issue can contact the county's Ecology Department at 631-852-5760. No one was injured when an SUV drove over the curb and into the front of a Sag Harbor restaurant on Monday, June 2nd. Stephen Coates of 27east.com reported that police said the 82-year-old driver was attempting to pull into a handicapped parking spot in front of Lulu Kitchen and Bar. Diners and pedestrians were able to scramble out of the way as the car jumped the curb and came to rest against the building. Glass windows were shattered, but no structural damage has been reported. The restaurant manager told 27 East that just minutes before the accident, a couple with a baby had left the very table that was struck. You can head to 27east.com to find additional details. East Hampton High School officials and students cut the ribbon this week on a special new outdoor amenity. Let's take a look. East Hampton High School students have a brand new space to enjoy for social and academic activities. School officials and student leaders gathered on Thursday, June 5th to officially cut the ribbon and celebrate the newly built shaded patio next to the cafeteria. District Superintendent Adam Fine said this new amenity on campus has been quite the long time in the making.
This has been 15 years in the works to happen. When I came on as principal, was one of the things I was wondering why we didn't have this for the kids to be outside. Fast forward 15 years with the support of our community, our Board of Education, and our Capital Reserve Fund, we were able to put this and create this beautiful space for student outdoor learning, events, social events, and really just a great place for the community to get together and the students to hang out with each other.
The patio cost a little under $700,000, which came from the school district's capital reserve account with voter approval in 2023. The district was also recently able to renovate lockers at the middle school and fix up the parking lots across campuses. The students are absolutely thrilled with the new addition to their campus.
I think it really just creates a space for a lot of students to kind of like explore what it means to be in a high school in a community that's so supporting and loving. They get to really have an area to dedicate social time to, an area to be with each other and spend time that maybe not be in the classroom, but now it's outside. And you're getting all those parts of high school that might not just be learning, but it's a lot of learning about social skills and social cues as well.
I think it'll help our student body be really connected, and maybe we'll have some more bonding in between the grades, especially since we have such a beautiful outside. It's going to be really nice for student morale.
Next up for the school district is a state-of-the-art science lab to be built at the high school, as well as a new playground at John M. Marshall Elementary School. Christine Sampson reporting in East Hampton for East End News on LTV. Have you ever thought about learning a musical instrument and hitting the stage for a good cause? That's exactly what took place last weekend at the Stephen Talkhouse as a benefit for the Neo-Political Cowgirls.
This high-energy performance is only one among many of the Battle of the Fantasy Girl bands at Stephen Talkhouse.
I'm so excited to support the Neo-Political Cowgirls at Stephen Talkhouse, and I feel like a kid on Christmas.
We are bringing community together. We are supporting women who are stepping into sort of their discomfort zones, trying new things, working together.
Muth says the money raised from this event will go towards funding their youth programs that they bring into the schools, as well as their community programs for both boys and girls. Much of the inspiration for these came at a time when the community got hit hard with 3 youth suicides in 1 year.
Just over a year time span in our East End community where we lost 3 beautiful young men. And we started getting phone calls and emails from parents saying, what kinds of programs do you have for boys? I'm worried about my son.
Muth says this is the 8th year they've been doing this Battle of the Fantasy Girl band event, and she says the fun part is that most of the women are not professional musicians, but they're here to support the cause and have a good time.
I basically learned how to play piano on YouTube, this song. The whole mission that both Christine and Holly have is to take people who normally wouldn't be musicians, that normally wouldn't play, or maybe played in high school or something, or think about playing, and then the whole idea is that one person can learn one song on one instrument, and that's what we did.
Dara Berger reporting in Amagansett. Gansett for LTV East End News.
Neo Surf, a woman-owned Montauk-based brand, is looking for old wetsuits to upcycle into beachy accessories, such as pouches, surf journals, sunglass sleeves, wax sacks, and more. Donation boxes will be placed in local pop-ups and surf shops, such as Adam Mar, Below the Blue, and Strictly Surf. Donating old wetsuits reduces landfill waste. You can even receive a discount off a new suit. The website neosurf.com has more details. It's proof that our local surfing community can make a difference, one wetsuit at a time. More than 100 years after the construction of the World War I monument in Southampton Village, a new effort is afoot to fully restore the deteriorating monument. The limestone structure was built in 1923, honoring the 325 Southampton men and boys who served in World War I. The monument has slowly accumulated damage over the last century, so Southampton Village is looking to raise $500,000 to restore it and preserve its legacy. To learn more on how to donate, you can visit SaveTheSHWW1Memorial.com. What's on your to-do list this coming week? To help you answer that question, we go now to our community calendar. Stony Brook Southampton Hospital and the West Hampton Library have teamed up for an online health talk concerning hernias on Thursday, June 12th, starting at noon. Go to the West Hampton Library's website to sign up for this Zoom presentation. On Friday, June 13th, LTV's World Voices series will feature the renowned Japanese guitarist Hiroya Tsukamoto for a concert in Studio 3. Tickets cost $25 in advance and $30 at the door, with VIP options available. You can go to ltveh.org to grab them. The annual Beacon of Hope 5K event happens at the Montauk Lighthouse on Saturday, June 14th, starting at 8 a.m. Run or walk the course through Camp Hero in support of Lucia's Angels and the Coalition for Women's Cancers. The Montauk Historical Society website has the registration details. Goat on a Boat will bring its family-friendly puppet show to Meshashamuet Park in Sag Harbor on Saturday, June 14th, starting at 10 a.m. The event is free, but donations to the nonprofit puppet troupe are encouraged. Also in Sag Harbor, the Chamber of Commerce will host its annual Arts and Crafts Fair in Marine Park on Saturday and Sunday, June 14th and 15th. Browse dozens of vendors and makers with a wide variety of creative offerings from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Finally, a special edition of Children's Storytime happens at the Amagansett Library on Monday, June 16th. The stories will be in both English and Spanish to encourage inclusivity and appreciation of other cultures. Sign up is on the Amagansett Library's website. Just in time for the Ladies Village Improvement Society's annual summer fair on June 14th, this week's Inside the Archives segment takes a look back at previous year's highlights. Let's take a look.
Inside the Archive is our weekly look back in time, thanks to the East Hampton Library's digital Long Island collection. The Ladies Village Improvement Society, also known as the LVIS, is back this year with their annual summer fair on June 14th. Full of exciting events, the LVIS has hosted the fair since 1896 and has been a summer staple for locals and visitors, catering to people of all ages. The fair has been the LVIS's main source of funding for the financial commitments in the East Hampton community, such as the care and maintenance of the town's greenery and landmarks, as well as funding high school senior scholarships.
We just want to keep East Hampton beautiful, to keep the ponds and the greens beautiful, and to keep it a place that our families can enjoy for years to come.
The fair consists of live music, food trucks, vintage clothing and jewelry, plants and flowers, and a playland where children can enjoy carousel rides, face paintings, and other fun activities. Save the date for this year's LVIS annual fair on June 14th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at LVIS grounds. For East End News, I'm Lisbeth Leone.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of East End News on LTV, delivering the news you need through the power of public access television. I'm Christine Sampson. We'll see you next week.